Just look at the state of this. My name's Done It. Guardian Games, we're going to be able to do this with this absolutely insane fusion rifle. Guardian Games is returning on the 3rd of March. It's a Tuesday. Right now we've got a fusion rifle in the game from the raid, from the Desert Perpetual, the Finite Maybe. This is an excellent fusion rifle. However, we're getting one exactly like it, well, near enough, called the Beacon. This weapon is at Guardian Games, like I said, 3rd of March. It's got all sorts on there. We'll take a quick look at that straight away. We've got things like Lead from Gold, Envious Arsenal, Rewind Rounds Demo. But on the last column, there's some really exceptional ones. Burning Ambition is one of the best perks in the game, especially on a fusion rifle because it works so fast. We've got Bait and Switch, Reservoir Burst, Deconstruct, Successful Warm-Up. Like I said, in the game right now, the Finite Maybe is the only thing that comes close to this fusion rifle. And it's the only way to get a Burning Ambition fusion rifle. But when Guardian Games comes, we're going to get that. And it also gets the Origin trait, Classic Contender, which gives you 5% class ability per kill. So it's actually power crept, the Finite Maybe. So I'm going to show you what this fusion can do. Obviously, I haven't got the fusion, but I have got the Finite Maybe from the raid to show you. I did a whole video on this not too long back. I will link that video. But this one is an aggressive frame solar. It's got all different types of perks on there. Burning Ambition, Incandescent, Rewind Rounds, Heal Clip. And the last three are exactly what the Beacon has, the Guardian Games one. But Burning Ambition, Successful Warm-Up, or Bait and Switch, they're all on the Beacon. But Burning Ambition is a really good perk. As you know, it applies Scorch and causes more Scorch if the enemy is scorched, which causes loads of ignitions, left, right, and centre. Absolutely nuts. It's also got the raid origin trait on their frame of reference. Final blows give this weapon an increased amount of damage and reload speed, etc. It's about 10% extra damage, but I think you have to stack it up to ×5. But I just want to show you what Burning Ambition does. 3 shots will make your target scorch, and then another 1 or 2 will cause an ignition. So 3 shots with this fusion rifle causes scorch, another 1 or 2 will cause an ignition. However, if you add in something like Helion or Gunpowder Gamble or a throwing hammer that is going to scorch, you can very, very easily apply an ignition, which is just extra damage. So simply put a Helion down, 1 shot, and that is going to cause ignitions. And if you've got multiple enemies in an area, them ignitions will chain like nuts. Just look at the state of this. It is so easy to do. All you got to do is point the gun at the enemy that is burning, and it's just going to cause ignitions. And then if you've got a couple of enemies nearby, especially if they're tanky, you could just watch that fuel go. It is like literally lighting a fuel source to an ignition. Honestly, it's just crazy. If you can imagine like a line of petrol, drop a match on it and just watch it go. This is what the Raid Fusion, the Finite Maybe, and the Beacon, when we'll get it, like I said, 3rd of March, you're going to be able to do that with this weapon. Now, if you add in the Rain of Fire, just for example, on a Warlock, this is just an example. There's loads of other character exotics. I just want to showcase this one. Every time you get a fusion kill, it's going to make you Radiant. Radiant's an extra 20% extra damage. So you get an extra 20% damage just by getting a kill with your fusion rifle, just like so. Add in a Healing Grenade. This works on all characters, don't have to be Warlock. Healing Grenade, Ember of Empyrean. You are going to be able to stack up your restoration over 10 seconds, 12 seconds, very, very easily. Because Empyrean works with solar kills and abilities, and your ignitions count as abilities. Look at that, 13 seconds, 15 seconds of restoration, very easily. Nice 20% extra damage from Radiant, very, very nice. And you can literally just cause ignitions like that. It is so, so good. And again, I can't really show you, obviously, the Beacon, the Guardian Games fusion rifle, but if you can imagine, you've got Classic Contender on there as well, which is really going to help your Helion out and other aspects in the game. for your class ability, but just having that extra 5% class ability gains on kills is going to make this really good. I actually think it's actually power crept the raid exotic in my raid weapon, the Finite maybe, not the exotic, but the raid legendary Finite maybe from Desert Perpetual has actually been power crept by this fusion, especially with classic contender. Like I said, I did a whole video on this specific fusion rifle, the Finite maybe. I'm going to link that video. All you have to do is just wait till the 3rd of March, and you're going to be able to get this very, very easily. Guardian Games is usually a pretty easy thing to farm out for certain weapons. Let me know what you guys think. If you want to see a video on the other upcoming weapons, let me know. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.